Hey y'all, how we doing today? Mike here, Blueface Plus. Thanks for tuning in. Today's video, we're going to be working on my 1996 Sea-Doo SPX. This has the 717 two-stroke Rotax engine. Basically, if you guys are looking to get the starter replaced, today we're going to show you how we're going to get to that starter. If you want to replace your starter in this ski, it looks something like this. We actually, the other night, B-Rad helped me out. This is what your old starter will look like once you pull it out. So before you go ahead, and if you want to troubleshoot your starter, you want to make sure you have a good battery. So make sure you have a good battery, make sure your push button's working, get you a little test light with the probe. And if you hit the start switch, and if you have the negative hooked up and the positive lead to the starter, where the main contact lands here, if you can get it and make contact when you hit the button, if your light turns red and it doesn't crank, it's most likely your starter. These starters don't last a long time. I definitely recommend getting you an SBT, Small Block Technologies, out of Bradenton on the West Coast. Clearwater, I think, over there somewhere. But yeah, so we're going to hop into this. Pretty simple job. You have to disconnect your battery, pull the exhaust, because the starter on this model is up underneath the exhaust. So we're going to show you how we pull that all out to get to it. So fairly easy. These skis are very simple to work on. They can be more problematic. We just take the seat out. They have this little clip in, this little plastic piece in here. It's just a quick overall of it. I'm going to end up probably get rid of this soon. This part here, none of the gauges are working. Pretty simple machine to work on. So our starter is actually going to be right down there. So in the video that we did, I'm going to show you, but just to get a better view, we usually disconnect these hoses here, these hoses here. We remove this just to get the plugs out of there, just so we can get at these bolts. When you have this top port off, you want to put a rag or something in the intake. You don't want to drop a bolt down in there. Battery goes right in there, so I'm going to install that battery, and hopefully at the end of the video show this thing cranking over. So let's get into this video, guys. I hope you enjoy it. So to show you guys where that starter is located, it's underneath this exhaust manifold right there. So we got to remove these 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got one under there. Then we're going to have to remove these hose clamps. And then we got another bolt down there. We got to remove this exhaust. It's just easier to remove this entire exhaust. We're going to go ahead and remove the battery, get that on charge. Right now when we hit the starter switch, nothing's happening. And I did test. You could take an electrical tester and you can clamp it on your negative. And then if you find the positive lead down there, you can actually do a test light. So we've already did that. We know the starter's bad. So let's get in here and get this exhaust out of here and show you guys kind of how this looks to get this starter taken out. All right, y'all, we are getting in and getting dirty. We got a few bolts out already. We got B-Rad in there, working with a 1/2 inch, trying to get this bolt out.
I think this is the wrong size.
I think we'll, it might be the wrong size, but it may be easier to,
really tight.
If you have to, we can literally get these spark plugs and all these electronics out the way. We could even pull this spark plug. They're hand tight because, look at that, hand tight.
Check that out.
Those plugs out the way make it easier to work on. We got our ratchet with the 10. We're going to get these 2 straps off back here. Oh yeah. Loosen that puppy up. All right. Oh yeah, we got the shop lights, the shop fan. Getting her did. Getting this last bolt right down in there, out of there. Now we're gonna shake her loose, and then we're gonna have to separate it. We may have to take that one off right there. Yeah, we're gonna have to. Yeah, this is the pain.
This one back there?
Yeah, because we gotta separate this right here. Oh,
doesn't seem like it wants to separate. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, dude, I'm telling you, it separates. All right, so Stop prying on it like that. I'm telling you. I got to get in there with some gloves.
You stop prying on it like that.
So
you want to take that off?
yeah, we got to take this collar
Let's
off
see the flag.
so we can remove this centerpiece, and then once we remove that centerpiece, this will be able to come out. Alright, so we just separated at the collar, and now it frees it up to where you can pull that right on out. Boom, set that aside. See, we should be able to see our starter. Our starter is right there. So we're going to have one bolt there, a second bolt there, and then there's going to be a bolt on the side. Alright, so it's definitely easier on this side to ratchet that bolt that goes into the block on the back side. And if Brad got both of these like he said he did, it doesn't seem like he did.
What are you talking about? I got a bunch of ones on the top.
I'm telling you, I think we got the bottom one left. There's one probably on the bottom. Oh, you took the ground out, so killing me. Alright, so we got the starter out. We're just using a 10mm to get the power wire off. I'll show you guys what that looks like. This one here, so you're going to have a bolt going through this and a bolt going through the front of the starter. And the one on the bottom, we had to use a very long extension through the bottom to get it, but there she is. Non-SBT piece of garbage. So let's get the new starter, and same way this one came out, we're gonna get this piece off, install the bracket the same way. Let me get that and see it, match it up. Alrighty guys, so I just got this aftermarket one. I must have bought it a while ago because I have a ton of these starters. I definitely recommend getting you an SBT starter. Don't get the cheap ones. The cheap ones will literally burn out and you'll be replacing your starter every year. But just make sure everything lines up the same. So if we have this here, we're going to go ahead and just make sure everything, the brackets are lined up. It looks like the same starter overall. So I'm going to remove this bracket and then stick it onto this one. Alright y'all, so we got the new one transferred on. So it's going to be the same thing. Just going to stick it back down in here. Get it to line up. And also a nice thing, what I like to do is put a little bit of grease around here before I install it. Alrighty guys, so I hope you learned something on that video. And we got our new battery in there. We put a TX20L, it's about a $120 battery from Walmart. Make sure your key's on. Start button's good, here we go. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm happy with that guys. So I'm gonna go get some fresh fuel. I'm gonna get some Rec 90 and some the proper 2-stroke oil that I like to run in these. And I'm gonna put 5 gallons and see if I can't get this thing fired up for y'all. Alrighty guys, so I like to run 40-to-1. I like to run this Quicksilver PWC 2-stroke. So I basically make sure I got 16 ounces. And then I pour that into a 5-gallon gas can, and I'm gonna go get some Rec 90 fuel. And come back and we'll put this in the ski and hopefully get her to fire up. Alrighty guys, let's fire this thing up. We ran our water hose over, we got the water on. You wanna make sure your batteries are hooked back up. You wanna make sure you have your lanyard key plugged in. My lanyard key keeps popping off, so I'm gonna do my best to hold it and keep it running. So let's fire this thing up, guys. See how that new starter cranks. So we got our lanyard, water. We're gonna put the water on. We got water running. All right, let's see what we get. Oh yeah. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, guys. Hell yeah. She's alive! Woo! We got water coming out. Oh yeah. Kill switch works. Shut that water off. There she is, y'all. Holy cow. 1996 Sea-Doo SPX. This thing's 30 years old, guys. I've had this since I was like 16 years old. I got another one in the back I might do some work on. This one I may end up putting up for sale. I don't know if you guys are interested in this one. But if you are, maybe send me an offer. And, you know, I'm in South Florida. If you guys are looking for a 1996 Sea-Doo SPX, hit me up. I'll probably let this one go with the trailer. Clean title. I'm going to try to take it out. Maybe see if I can get some footage. Making a video on it on the water, y'all. So stay tuned. Check out some of my videos. I want to thank all my subscribers out there. We're right about to hit that 1,000 mark. Hopefully be able to make some cool videos like this. I actually got it. Let me show you guys this real quick. Check this out. This old girl's not for sale, y'all. I've had this for a long time too. This is actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna tell you what it is. If y'all know what this is, comment it down below. But it's an old stand-up jet ski. So I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hopefully you learned something. You know, hopefully you guys can get yours started. I've been working on these things for a long time. If you have any questions, maybe put it down and I'll do my best. I appreciate y'all watching. I'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all take care, y'all. Safe. God bless. Peace.